ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble indeed. Thank you so much to Stunner and the Desk. And I'm just hyped to get this one started. G2's Dust2 getting off to a flying start. Nico takes one to the forehead. He's alive, but he's not quite kicking just yet. So a reminder as well, with this being the upper bracket semis, if you pick up a win today, you are already securing playoffs at IEM Cologne. Santara's catching one. They're pushing B. A lot of damage already inflicted. This is going to suck for G2, and it's getting worse. Next are on the edge of the smoke, and it's already over. Santara's with the shutdown. A lot of assists. Just finished off nicely by tiziaN. And so Big Clan take the pistol very quick in the conversion.
Yeah, that felt way too easy there. They had a good read on what G2 were throwing their direction. Bullets through the smoke, and, well, that's how we kick this one off. Now, we had G2 taking on Complexity. We caught this one. Nico having that magic moment, that ace with the AK carried through on one of the save rounds. They had some good deagle rounds as well. G2 are looking great about this. Now, I think this matchup will tell us, does that say more about Complexity or does it say more about G2? Because Big have been looking pretty good, especially throughout that play-in stage.
Yeah, and I'm hyped to see Big Clan. First chance for us here on the mainstream, at least for myself and Sponge. And seeing the results, seeing the clips, you know, these boys have definitely been finding their footing. And Cologne's always been a big one. Oh, God, I hate that.
We're going to do that a few times.
Yeah, it's going to happen a lot. It needs our synonyms for big, thanks to these Germans. Berlin International Gaming, though, should be converting this one without a single casualty. They've gone for the MP9s, nice little extra kill reward, and, of course, tiziaN on his signature scout.
Yeah, it is just this one deagle coming on through here from Nico. Everybody else onto the Glock, so a plant would be fantastic. But G2 need to make that magic happen. Now, Nico, blasting out a cat, will have to deal with tiziaN over towards this car position.
I'm not even going to be surprised.
He could just swing on out and rip his head off. We've already seen him do it.
He's actually tagged up to 83, so tiziaN has a distinct advantage if he hits that scout shot. tiziaN about to present his head, and Nico obliges with damage. It's Nexa and Jax to convert. Now the rest should fall into place. Playing hot potato with the deal. It's Nexa next up. And they'd love to get that bomb down. A couple of misses may enable that. It's Amanek to get it down. 10 HP is going to be denied.
Nades.
Great find from Santara's, and it stops any extra cash finding its way into the G2 system.
Yeah, fantastic utility usage there, right? Nobody really close enough to the site to deny it with the weaponry. The HEs, they'll get it done. And, tiziaN mid-dare takes Hunter out of the picture. And that is the second relatively clean again. So Big looking great out the gates here. The AKs will come out from G2 now. And the bonus round, well, it gets a chance to be carried forward for Big. So with these SMGs, you can have a couple of different plays, right? Maybe take them aggressive towards long, take control of that bedroom. You can go aggressive up at dark, maybe go for a cat boost.
Also want to echo the sentiments of the desk that you have to have some pretty big cojones to be picking Dust2 against G2 after what they performed and how they performed against Complexity yesterday. So confidence in their own ability. We heard from Hunter as well in his interview with Frankie talking about the fact that he's more concerned about his own game than thinking about what Big Clan are going to be bringing to the plate.
Looks like they're going towards a B hit here. And Santara as well, he's on platform, yet to die. One of the M4s in his hands as well, and on the jiggles, as soon as he spots something, he'll drop that smoke.
Now would be great. They're going to be ahead of that. Flash is good. We'll spray and unload with Keto combined. It's a good find. Jax is in. Keto denied. Through the flames. Amanek tests his limits. Hunter's already got through. How? A teleportation, I believe, from Hunter. Regardless, 3v3. And I don't know if they fancy their chances here. It's a Scout, MP9. And already that bomb's ticking.
Because it is this bonus, they may as well have a crack with this. Have a couple of smokes to work with. They can smoke Nexa off towards the upper tunnels. Flash to initiate the push.
Smoke tons is decent. Another on tiziaN, maybe to get on that bomb with the kit. This could be good, you know. Flash for the go. As it fades. This is the Q. Bomb very close to pop in here. They need to go fast. Take those AKs away, deny what they can. Good finds, though, from the cousins. Only tiziaN, nothing to contribute. G2 keep it clean.
Looked a little bit hesitant there, actually, on the way through the doors. Not like Big had full conviction, but regardless, G2 with a clean one and are able to keep 3 alive.
What happened to Santara's money?
I think he dropped a rifle there, right? Because tiziaN went down as he was progressing up spawn. So I think Santara's dropped the gun across. And that's why 2 of them there are sitting with that. Not a pretty penny. Now, this all started, right, in the Flash affair. Hunter actually jumped over the head of Keto right there, so losing one another. But just the trades quite efficiently and double AWPs in response. This is interesting from Big.
Very interesting. And the full util P2K. P250, do excuse me.
tiziaN's found a lot of room here. It can actually creep on up. Nexa is watching the push, so might deny this immediately. And all that util of tiziaN will hit the deck. Oh, he loses the fight from range. The P250 strikes, and this smoke towards Xbox will be fading the AWP from tiziaN.
Expecting it, and that's the shot he had to hit. tiziaN at least maintains a degree of an advantage. Amanek has a lot of control long, free space to roam. Jackson Hunter perhaps looking to reconvene there.
This is huge right now. The fact that they have double AWPs in play at this point.
It's kind of badass around those sidearms, but it does mean they can still hold those angles, and it's converted off the back of tiziaN's find. Jax could be putting his head in the vice if he keeps this crawl going down mid. Keto just holding that tight line. And they have managed to slip the first of the big clan members if they opt to crawl through the smoke. tiziaN aggressive, actually traces fire. He suspects they're lingering, doesn't manage more than the dink. And tiziaN under scrutiny now. What are you doing? tiziaN's in the open, goes down, a double from Amanek's Galil. And I believe the site open for business. Amanek perhaps going to encounter Zantares here, quite loud about it, making no secret of his presence, but he'll scoop up an AK and evacuate.
Yeah, going to be the save here. Keto needs to get away and save his big green. And all in all, the reason that fell apart and the reason that tiziaN looked so confused on where he needed to be attending with that AWP was the fact that Amanek went out long and he mollied Car. So they didn't have any info long, right? But three of them just appeared very quickly short. That call wasn't being able to be made quickly from tiziaN. He didn't see all three of them as he's gone on down. And tiziaN worried about his flank or worried about getting pinched from both sides. Is just confused, and that's all it took. So Amanek was actually the player who went out long and mollied Car. So all the impact from Amanek picks himself up in AWP, and the second round for G2 here converted once more.
Well, from Amanek's POV, you've just gone from starting the round with no kills, walking into that with not only converting it off the back of your info play, but also the double kill and an AWP for good measure. That's lovely. And G2 do equalize straight off of the break. Big clan, of course, with the pistol and its conversion, but G2 have responded in kind.
Yeah, going to be curious now to see what Big do. It should be the eco, but we know that those save guns are in place. So Big are one of these teams who take more of the conservative approach. That's the first. We saw that smoke get dropped. tiziaN in no man's land. You can see he wasn't even looking towards short. So this, yeah, they're not going to invest behind the save guns. They're holding on to their pennies here. Next round, 2,400 is the loss bonus, and that is a big shot there from tiziaN. A great way to kick this one off.
Yeah, that's huge. Maybe they have something more to say about this one. It's going to be a question of what tiziaN wants to do as a reaction to that. They are looking for a contact play. Zantares did recover an AK-47. So if Keto can just get a little bit of info, bait them in, attention drawn towards the site, perhaps Zantares can strike with the AK. Nico looking to join them. That's the first frag, but now the rotates in. If G2 want to full commit to this, we could be into a spot of bother. tiziaN and Zantares, the weapons are there. He'll be smoked off. Pulls the trigger regardless, just a little shy of the mark. It's still Zantares with a double spray. I'm afraid that's not enough. tiziaN would have to come up clutch, 1v2. Bomb now planted courtesy of Nexa.
That's it. He started the round so well, but can't invest into this one. Difficult to give up in the best of times, a B retake, so throwing away the 4750 big sniper rifle, not worth it whatsoever. Backs on out, will keep himself alive, and does he want to look for punishment here? He could opt to go all the way around backyard and look towards the tunnels with the AWP, but it looks like he wants to make sure he doesn't lose this AWP. That's G2 now taking the lead up to 3 rounds. Now, that one got very, very costly, right? They made a lot work with very little there, and G2 have shown a tendency right now to be heading over towards B for these hits.
Well, if you remember, we were praising Nexa and G2 with their incredible conditioning on their T side, to the point where, because they have now succeeded on B to this point, I just look forward to seeing if Big will bite on the bait when they just send Hunter on his little lurky fakes.
Yeah, so this is some of the questions, right, that are going to start coming in. That's a great shot to kick off the round. Good dink onto Nico there as well. And while they mopped this mess up, you could see that G2 didn't get flustered, right? They actually just stayed postured in upper tunnels and waited for the fights to come to them. So saved AWP coming through one more time, upgraded pistols for everybody else. This is still a dicey round for G2 to have to deal with. The Deagles could punish. Looking ready for the boost on up.
This looks like a good one.
Ooh, landing on the toes of Nico there. And tiziaN off of that is going to rotate around. Reposition back towards middle. We've seen this routine from Nico time and time again. Smoke over towards the B hillside. Molly close left. And flashed on off, so tiziaN catches absolutely nothing there with his vision.
Okay, so G2 forged a safe path up towards Cat, and tiziaN does react upon the util pin pull, but nothing found. Tamsin aggressing, Nexa ready. That's the first blood now into the site. Off the flashes starting to gather, charging into just that deagle of tiziaN. tiziaN might be able to react and support. And once they start to cross, this is the break point. Miss. NiKo closing the gap fast. A flash to support the peak. He's tucked in on Gandalf himself.
Bomb's falling back.
Oh, and Hunter's gone round the world. Kito's not ready for it. And he does tame the spray and the taps. Lovely finds, and that's the round secured.
Well, NiKo's still over towards A, so he can do a tiziaN in his own time, and then they can just start pinning down tiziaN towards long. Nexa has that one currently contained. Looking great to take away this AWP this time round for G2. Jax will plant that bomb, start that 40-second timer. In the meantime, NiKo has dealt with tiziaN, so tiziaN, they know where you are. It's only a matter of time, my friend.
God, there's a lot of time on that bomb, Chad.
Look, they're starting to chase as well.
I really don't fancy tiziaN's chances here. Like, he's a gamer, and I'm sure he's an exit fragger, but I'm not so sure he's got this one in the bag. If G2 want to press the issue, you see they don't know, of course, Pit more common in terms of AWP saves. So they're going to try and run boost across, check Pit with the height advantage, and now perhaps Hunter...
Flashing.
Oh yeah, he turns it. Looks for the nose goal! Oh, of course he hits the one behind, a tag no less. But they'll take him down, they don't even want his weapon.
Yeah, now the deal here is he has plenty of money to buy another AWP, but wouldn't you like having that extra money and already having an AWP? So yeah, he has to reinvest here, and Big will be taking a timeout. An opportunity to talk things through. Keep in mind that Hunter lurk you just saw through B. Now, if you were watching the game yesterday with Complexity, that was something that Hunter was doing time and time again, being an absolute nuisance. When the rest of his team were hitting that A bomb site, he'd come through B, be flanking them, destroying them in the backs and CT spawn. And also, the info that allows, he can tell his team if anybody is retaking from spawn or if they should expect cat or maybe a bit more pressure towards long. So, multifaceted. I just saw a couple of AUGs being brought in there, so it was at least 3 scoped weapons. This is Hunter in the back. Almost made a meal of it there, but cleans up the mess. 2 nice kills.
Yeah. Both NiKo and Hunter have demonstrated their affinity for that decision-making between spray and taps. I mean, that play yesterday, of course, a perfect example, but some of the sharpest aimers in Counter-Strike currently here for the G2 roster. Both of them do seem to be hitting their stride here at IEM Cologne. And a reminder as well, locking yourselves in for the playoffs. If you pick up the best of 3 straight into the boost, you mentioned the AUG immediately favors him against the AWP, no less. amanek didn't even get to pull the trigger.
Yeah, it looked like they was ready for it, but just the fire rate of that way too quick. Now having to operate in a 4-on-5 disadvantage on G2. tiziaN's already starting to cheat his way over back towards middle, so suspecting a bit of a B play here. As Antares and Kito are locking down the site, Jax is feigning some mid-control here with a flash. That's just going to give him a bit of presence over towards Cap, but needs to be careful as he dives on down.
Ooh, Jaxy boy, playing a dangerous game, and tiziaN just taps him. No issues, and he's still aware that mid could be a problem. NiKo going hunting for tiziaN here, and it's not far off the mark. tiziaN tucking in passive.
They still have time to pivot, you know. We've just gone sub 1 minute. If G2 actually made their way up cat, there could be a chance to snowball onto A, but they're walking out middle. This is into the stack.
Yeah, it is. Now, CT isn't the threat, too, from 2 different elevated positions. This is going to be very hard for NiKo to clear. 40. Hunter and NiKo with the crossfire established. Next is just lingering, hoping that they can start finding some space. Oh, that's not really a run boost, is it really? Draw the crosshair at least. Hello!
Oh, he saw it all.
Actually hits tiziaN. I can't believe he's converted a frag off that. And now NiKo perhaps can work off that information a little bit. Oh, hard flick to hit. tiziaN doesn't struggle. And now Nexa, I'm afraid, up the creek without the paddle. Clean from Big Clan. tiziaN, he took 2 before he went down. The only casualty after a Hunter space program.
I can't believe, yeah, you're right. The fact that he's hit that one when he... The great thing was, if NiKo's able to come out and trade off of that, Hunter gets all the info as well. So it was an audacious maneuver. Here's the one to kick it off. Out wide, AUG in the face. See you later, amanek. This one, he was great. tiziaN's just hanging out. The fact that he knows he's taken the AWP out is very... Oh, look at that slingshot. Yeah. All the way out. And here we go again. Guns back out for both teams. Hunter with some pressure towards long this time. Molly at his toes. He can stand behind it.
It's a bad molly. I have to call it. Get out of dodge.
Is NiKo walking out mid through the smoke right now? He's very aggressive. Nice shot from tiziaN.
But this still does mean NiKo is now been met by Xantares. Resistance from the CT side has once again thrown G2 into a disadvantage. 2 players down already, and this is for the 2nd time in 2 rounds.
Yeah, trying to take a couple of liberties there, right? Obviously, the fight from short, tiziaN took the fight to them, but NiKo was trying to get a little bit tricky with it. And tiziaN again, just cheating his way back across. So the in-game leader for Big, bolstering the forces when he feels the need.
I will also mention, I think amanek had a a large amount of opening deaths so far. We've seen tiziaN, we've seen tiziaN peeking him doors. He's not been really able to play the game yet. Big Clan finding that opening pick more often than not.
Well, now Hunter's picking up the AWP, so they definitely see the need to wield it right now. And this two-pronged defense on the site, tiziaN to lock down long, tiziaN over towards that car position again. If they're able to keep him at bay with the flashes, they can take the site and get this bomb down.
tiziaN cannot hold any wider line. The one-way element of that Vanguard smokes. Here comes the swing, turns the flash, he has a chance, nice use of util, still gets the crosshair on the head. And now just 2 remain. Jax is going to try and catch him, and tiziaN's not interested. He's not buying what Jax is selling. Hunter, very few opportunities here. He managed to find the first, but that's the end of that. And again, practically spotless from Big Clan in 2 back-to-back rounds as they respond to G2's 4-round slew.
Yeah, important to do so, right? Because you look at the rounds that G2 were getting on the board. Sure, they were able to break that economy early, but they were saved guns. They were still dangerous rounds. And now what Big have finally converted a full gun round. So this is where G2 have an opportunity to take a timeout. Get Malik the coach. You can see him in the back lines there, having the conversation. And we can also direct our attention to the bottom left-hand side of your screen. You can see purchases possible for the majority of the members. Nexa can buy, the same for Jax. We might see Nico go into an AK with head armor, same for Hunter, or they can go for Galils. It's just Amanek, who could try and operate with a scout if he wants to try and fill that same void, or a completely different strategy, maybe something a bit more set-piecey. A look at the radar, not really decent long spawns.
Yeah.
Right? You're having a look at this. Nico's the closest, and he's not close at all. This was really good stuff from tiziaN, right? Dodging both of those flashes, denying that plant, making this very, very costly for G2.
Yeah, like for everyone, all the silvers in the chat that are watching this, and you sit there and go, why is he not killing the whole team when you watch an AWPer on that line? You just saw how much util was thrown his way. There's HEs, smokes, double flashes the team is crossing, and he still converts 2. So credit to tiziaN where it's due. And the fact that tiziaN and Xantares have come into this already looking fierce, and tiziaN yet to be truly activated, that's a very good sign that the individual components are here for Big Clan tonight.
Oh, this is going to be a cat take right now. They've walked their way up, and Amanek has opted to work with that scout, so the flashes here are indicating they're taking control. They're just going.
Yeah, they are, and tiziaN was a little caught out by that. He'll have to throw out a flash if he wants to re-peek. No support particularly close. G2 are committing full across now. Oh, and a good shot from tiziaN just before Hunter can drop, and tiziaN's lining them up. And third on the cards as well. Amanek's scout spotted out, flash to remove the vision, but support has arrived, and Big Clan just shut them out. Nothing for G2 to celebrate, absolutely nothing.
Oof. tiziaN was under so much pressure there. The fact he gets those 2 kills bought so much time for his teammates to scale back up that ramp and bail him out. And that's what you saw. tiziaN's had a massive ace so far in this tournament. He locked down a very, very similar play from the ramp with an M4. So Big showing their proficiency on this map when defending this A bomb site.
I mean, this has been a project for a long time. I'm not going to put a number on it, but
it was early last year, because I remember Global Challenge at the end of 2020. We were highlighting the rise of Big and Heroic.
Yes.
And both of those teams came together in early 2020 with their roster changes, right? Keto and tiziaN, and we obviously had the roster changes for Heroic. But Big, I think people have been a little bit disillusioned with their results in recent times. They're a good top 10 team, but trophies is something that I don't think too many people think are on the docket for this squad. They can change that dialogue right here by locking themselves into the playoffs with a win over G2.
yeah, I mean, I think I've also fallen into that trap where you get, there's only so many times you get super excited for Big Clan, then get disappointed to the point where you no longer take the first step. So
yeah, look, they have very good players here. It's just about seeing them all come together. And Yanko was talking about it. The best LAN player for this team is tiziaN, but online, that's not the case. He's got these soldiers who are absolute beasts, and tiziaN is one of them who currently has 11 kills. So this is very good signs as G2 posture again for a little bit of an ace split. Some upgraded pistols, but that's all they have to boast right now. There's no utility to facilitate anything here. One of the positives they do have is Xantares and Keto are very passive on that B site. Their rotation will be late.
Bang, and the dirt is gone. Oh, a miss this time. Jax didn't quite manage to retrieve the bomb. I think that was his intention. It's just a little too far gone, and the rest should be collected without much sweat on the brow. Hunter might want to try and challenge out here on the short side. He just walk on in, straight to tiziaN, and they collect themselves some more. Here we go. Gap is starting to extend.
Well, we understood that one. We definitely understood that one right there.
Verstehen.
And you can hear they are communicating in that old English. taking a little bit of a look right now. In terms of the opening kills, it's falling well and truly in the favor of Big at this point. tiziaN has a bunch so far.
Yeah, dude, if tiziaN can keep this up, you know, we've had the tiziaN pop off. If we get a full tiziaN offliner, that would be pretty lit.
Well, this conversation, right, amanek has been very handy picking up the AWP duties that have been left by, I suppose, NiKo and thus the void of Kenny, right, when you have that conversation. But tiziaN, if we're just going to compare the players, he should have amanek covered every day of the week on the big green. And on a map that is so AWP proficient, like Dust2, that's where somebody like tiziaN could be a difference maker.
All right, well, let's talk about amanek for a second, because he's had a real rough ride so far into this one. He's back on the big green, of course, filling that giant void of Kenny S's AWPing presence. And so far, Big have had no issues shutting him down early.
Cop this. amanek is currently 0-4 in terms of entry. tiziaN is 4-0.
Now amanek's chance to change the dialogue. He's got a full loaded AWP posted up on mid, and for now, just going to be those contained smokes. Util dropped on every single extremity of the map. Hunter loves throwing this B door smoke early. It's just conditioning for when they do want to hit that fast B. It just looks no different to a standard round.
Oh, is he flubbed that this time round? There seems to be a bit of a gap for
yeah.
tiziaN to play around, so it is just a fake, but gap, and there you go. tiziaN again onto amanek. He's got the follow-up onto Nexa here, and that's 2 entries again.
Yeah, G2 just can't seem to stop. Oh, okay. Conceding was how that sentence was supposed to finish. It's NiKo that's managed to equalize in the blink of an eye. A double kill on the doors, and tiziaN has to react to that. 15-4. He shut down long, but he may have to do more towards doors here. Jax with the bomb on his back to rejoin NiKo mid. tiziaN waiting for sound cues. He's got nothing. Nothing reported by Quito either, so he will just hold fire.
Oh, he's having a look.
He is. Quito walking down. NiKo's looking very sharp. 3 already in this round. I think tiziaN's his next victim. Okay, good response. The German AWPer shuts down the star of the show. A chance on the doors cross. It's a flash, and he's not
He got the tag.
He actually did.
Hunter's on the flank right now. That's a big problem.
It's a very quick flank. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to
They're
stop
going
it.
in.
They're going straight in. Jax is isolated. They can't seem to find him. tiziaN clearing his corners. Hunter has struck from behind.
He can sit the defuse.
They communicate it? Yes. He knows where he's coming from. Gambling as he gets across. He could sit it, and he will. Hunter, how fast are your legs? Is he calling the bluff?
Oh my God.
tiziaN pulled off the bomb. Hunter calls it.
Halfway tick now. He might have played him.
tiziaN's got to hurry up. Hunter's sharp, looks the wrong way, and he's found it. It's just in the nick of time. Big Clan will snatch another.
What a round from tiziaN again. Absolutely huge stuff. NiKo goes on a rampage out mid and rips off heads. And then tiziaN comes on through. The smoke fades. He gets that kill. Shora opens the door. It allows Jax to get onto that B bomb site. But Hunter, he's in no man's land. The fact that one gets so close. Great stuff from both teams here.
Yeah, and I have to give credit. This third kill is the most important because NiKo was about to win the round.
He was owning him.
He got 20 HP. If tiziaN didn't hit that when he did, we don't even get to see that 1v1 established. Woo-wee. Hunter's going to be feeling a little frustrated after that one. It's one of those coin toss.
Yeah.
That's what you do with
You could tip him. You could flip him.
Yeah.
You can spend him.
Just like a Beyblade. tiziaN now looking to let it rip.
This is looking like a fast approach just on a mid to B here. They might be able to isolate Xantares and Quito over towards this B site. So keep your eyes on Xantares up towards window.
Yo, this is going to be something quite speedy. The entire G2 squad congregated in a tiny pixel square of mid, and now Xantares, if he takes another look, he's going to have a whole lot more than he bargained for off the flash, though. Safe and sound. A second from Xantares. These multi-kills keep on coming. Jax has only got a scrap of health left. Quito posted up at the back of sight. Jax can't finish his meal. Just the pixel of Quito. And it's not enough. Now all onto Nexa, and he's finished off as well. Big Clan are running away with this CT half, and they will win the half. 8 now to 4. They take the advantage. And what is that now? 6 rounds in a row. Yeah, G2 dead silent.
This is fantastic stuff out of Big here. Just the type of rounds they're winning. They're close, but they're also shutting them out. The rotations have looked fantastic. And without the plant, G2 this time round have to have a conversation. Their money is not in a great spot. It will just be this pistol upgrade. A little bit of armor being scattered on through. amanek into a scout. We'll call this one a half bite for argument's sake. Xbox smoke about to land. And back again they go. 3 through the tunnels. Hunter towards back of cat. amanek overseeing business down that death alley. And it looks like they really just want to punish out this mid to B.
Yeah, it seems to be the intention. He saw an elbow, and he does strike. Jax softened up. Injured both in and out of game. Oh, a dunked as well. It's Keto with a second. Why are these doubles coming so thick and fast? Every member of Big Clan has found a multi.
Ooh.
Nico with an equalizer. We're on to something. Bomber on his back.
Again.
He's going to jump behind him.
He's heard this.
Not ready. Not ready at all. He will find the head, find the AWP, and the man advantage. They might even have the sight. tiziaN's went round the world. He actually pushed long, and he could be hot on the heels of this short play.
Surely they won't be expecting tiziaN this
No
fast.
way.
They'll be looking towards long here. So XANTARES, he has to get past Hunter, but he can't. Hunter's shot too good.
There's a chance here for tiziaN. Not only with the weapons, but with his position. He starts to throw out the flash. They'll know where that's come from. Got spotted one towards that corner, and Hunter will finish the job. A hugely impactful round from Hunter.
And that was just the half buy. It's really interesting seeing Hunter on these lurks, right? Because when we talk about Hunter on a map like Vertigo, he's initiating a lot of Vertigo A ramp at the start, and then he can take his time in the mid to late rounds. But here, he's almost seeming like a hard lurk.
Well, also, on Vertigo, he does like to do the scaff lurk. You know, we saw that multiple times. They just park him A, and he does enough to convince people there's more than just the one man.
It's really crazy because obviously there's a bit of overlap, or at least there was, with Hunter and Nico in terms of their playstyle. So things have changed. tiziaN has just thrown out a door smoke from there, so some style points to him. And he's parking up here to deal with lower tunnels. Take a look at the radar. It is a 4-man lean over towards A in the early stages of this one from Big, but they are rotating XANTARES and tiziaN quickly back over towards mid doors that has been isolated and punished.
Yeah, G2 have gone for the full default spread here, so any CT aggression is held. It's up to Big Clan how much they want to give away here.
Flashed across. Not spotted. So XANTARES can bolster the B defense. tiziaN can stay parked up towards CT spawn.
Lurk smoke. Again, Hunter continues to condition.
And actually, off of that, when more util is dropped, Nexter is rotating the bomb back over. Jax and amanek are coming to help this one out as well. Oh, Hunter copping a bit of flak damage there. Down to 65. amanek's lining up this mid to B smoke, right? We've seen this pixel perfect one before.
Third.
Yeah, it is going to be the B hit, so that was all meant to feign this, but Keto's got a good idea here.
Yeah, but I think Keto's kind of got some bad info. He knows Nico slipped cat. Nico's going to throw the door smoke. At least that's his intention. It's a question of when.
Wait, there's 35 seconds left.
Cancelling?
G2, they look like they haven't made up their mind just yet.
Oh, okay, Keto. He starts to tuck into B, hedges his bets. Smokes and nades starting to fly. Nico smoking off the door side, 3 away from the site. It's just Keto and XANTARES here to defend. And with 19 seconds, it's about damage early. Damn, that is early from Jax. Quick response, they know where he is. He's burning, can't find anything more. Jax with a double entry, the site is theirs. Nico locking down that CT rotate, and that's looking just in the nick of time from G2. Using every second on the clock to convert a 6th.
Can't believe they waited so long right there, and amanek had a decent chance there to decapitate tiziaN over towards T-spawn. You can now see this is signaling the save, and Nico's already starting to have a look. tiziaN spotted again, and double peek. tiziaN will get the kill, but this is just about survival now. They need these guns for the final round of play. Let's just recount the economy here. tiziaN has to survive because he needs to drop a gun next round, definitely so. siziaN's probably going to have to drop a FAMAS, something a little bit lower to either XANTARES or Keto there, so they're not going to be operating with the best, but great stuff from G2 to stay poised. This has really just been reinitiated by that low buy round.
Yeah.
Right? The tail end of their half is going to be saved. The first half of Dust2 for G2 is now going to be more than respectable. 6 rounds on the board, and they should be pretty set here to contest for the 7th. Ooh, double AWPs, okay.
Certainly worked for them at the start of our first half.
They've been able to make it work. Okay, so there's no FAMAS in the mix yet.
That's the
Silence
beauty of that
M4s.
2900 M4.
It's good having it cheaper, isn't it? A luxury.
A couple of players seem to have a proponent for it. I mean, the fact that we're seeing it on Big Clan, we know we'll see it on G2. Hunter, a big fan of it. Nexa flying out the long doors. He's so blind, though. tiziaN, the same fate. No lethality found. They are fully committing to this long side. We haven't seen this look out of G2 once.
How to big deal with this now? It looks like they're straight back over towards short to deal with that. siziaN's going to post up with the AWP. He's going to be flashed off, so they've got pick control for free. XANTARES is clearing out lower dark. They know it's going to be this A push.
Does he want to peek around this smoke? That's what amanek's supposed to do! Oh, the trade's there. He takes down his cousin as well. Oh no, G2. Disaster has struck and only 2 remain. tiziaN wants to take the fight off the flash and he'll finish it right there and then. Style points for Big Clan and an extended lead, 9-6, as they take to the T side of their map pick. D2, G2 after the break.
Kurz, gedroppt hinter.
Lass mich B.
Nice!
Raus mit dir,
Nice.
Alter!
Sickness.
Nice, man! Insane, boys!
It certainly is insane. Berlin International Gaming. We're live from Cologne for IEM Cologne 2021. We're getting this one started into our second half. The first map, G2 did only manage to post 6. And Big Clan certainly making a statement of intent. This is going to be picking a very strong map from G2's pool. And already looking to be picking up double digits if they convert this pistol. And this pistol has got some serious bells and whistles, Chad.
3 smoke grenades coming out from Big here. Now, we know they get a bit nerdy with their util, but this is a lot of utility on the T side of pistol, and they're heading towards long. 1xbet on still having this one tied on up here. Cannot separate the two. And look at Nexa. He's having a dip on back very quickly, but meanwhile, they pushed up mid.
Yeah, it should be tiziaN's frag. It should, being the opposite word. Yeah, cancel that. Bit intimidating for sure. They're committing to it. If they could just find Nexa. Oh, and they have the P250 out range enables it. Now the smoke's on the cross. If it's perfect, no gaps, Nico's the one who can voice some concerns. Good smokes. In the meantime, looks like Jax has caught one on that long door side. Oh, what a tap.
Crispy.
Yeah, Nico can find some more as well. It's just the pixels. Tips of their heads. Antares would love to plant, but already now the numbers favor G2 and they're grouping up. And he's already read it like a book. Keto couldn't quite finish the job onto Nico, but he certainly softened him up. Amanek has the kit, so he'll be late. And already Hunter finding another. Just 2 remaining for Big. Chance is starting to dwindle. It could shift. Hunter's not interested. And all that util boils down to this for tiziaN. 3 to find. There should be no way. The bomb being defused before his very eyes. No way to contest it. And that is exactly what G2 needed.
You see more and more of this now with the CT sides of Dust2. You have to be so reactive, especially if they take long control that quickly. So many players there, actually all 5 of them from Big were in control of that part of the map. I think Jax getting the kill onto tiziaN there is huge because he has now put the doubt into Big's mind. We have to worry about the flank. That takes resources away to defend that CT push, that short push. And guess what? That's exactly where everybody from G2 came from. So it's great stuff to pick up the pistol here. We've split the difference. And the scoreline sits at 9-7 as the force buy facilitated by that plant for Big is looking pretty tidy here. Scout for tiziaN out towards long, 17 kills for him.
Yeah,
Look, keep your eyes on tiziaN's Scout. It's pretty bloody deadly.
A very clear division of their responsibilities. tiziaN will spot next up. Fire off a couple of warning shots just to ward him off. Let him know there's absolutely no point in him trying to progress up doors. The bomb's leaning B early, but I have no... Oh, damn, that's a good dink, actually, Jax. Well, puts Antares on notice. Tabs taking Jewel. Yeah, bomb spotted. He sticks around. The bomb now loose.
Ooh, okay.
Getting a bit uncomfortable for Big Clan now. They can drop the smoke and buy time. They've got the advantage, and they know where that bomb is coming from.
Ah, that was interesting there from tiziaN. I'm not aware if he knew he had the bomb, because if the idea was to show it to draw a rotation, nobody was set up in mid doors to deal with somebody running across. So either way, it is the number advantage for G2 here. A big need to find a trade on back. Nico's the closest. He's towards mid doors. tiziaN just steps on out. He's dead as well. Very curious stuff here from Big on this force buy.
Yeah, and just the 3 of them. Good find. They managed to dink down Amanek. The scout going to be subdued a little bit there.
Oh, Nexa died on long. Amanek has to drop back.
Something. The bomb will be going down. tiziaN's holding long side, and they're just going to group up for a 4-man short.
Need to get a gun for Keto.
Okay. So the bomb's now ticking. Let's see how they shape up here. 2 kits, the smoke as well. Big Clan have set up the post. Oh, and already more damage is done. This is getting a bit weird now. They could do it. Everyone's low. Antares is putting them lower. Keto as well on the Deeg. They're running out of chances. amanek's a little late long. tiziaN to contest that. k1to still dancing around with Nico. And now it's all on to Nico. Big Clan, good find. This looks so poor at the start of things. Losing tabseN early. Nico masks the drop. Great play, but can't finish his meal. And Big will snatch it away. Chad, I'm not even looking at your face and I know what it looks like.
That was a 3v5.
Yeah.
Like, tabseN and tiziaN like gave their lives away for almost free there, right? They didn't profit anything from that.
Oh, that was a weird one.
tiziaN's kill at long was actually huge because what it meant was amanek couldn't stay towards that A ramp and fight, and it meant that they couldn't come through spawn to help defend. So this is how it started. Jax drops the bomb in upper dark. Gonna be thinking, hey guys, we know what the bomb is. Nico gets a kill onto tiziaN easy as you like, and then the damage just from XANTARES and k1to as they come out short was fantastic. The script's being flipped very quickly here.
Yeah, Nico's going to have to get out of dodge as well. That's not a fight he can contest with rifles and multiple players. In fact, the entire squad is now already out long. Similar response to what we saw from the first half, just taking short and mid control, making sure that's not going to be occupied. Jax is clearing tons as well, so they'll be able to put the resources in the right place quickly. Here comes nades, here comes the flash. Nico, vision obscured, has no information to relay other than steps. Starting to charge on through, XANTARES eliminates the first threat. There isn't too much more to be written about this one for G2. It's just those weapons of choice, a sidearm of choice, I should say. CZ, Deagle, trying to keep this one as neat and tidy as possible. And that smoke is too much of an unknown entity. They might unload some bullets into it, as they do. Another body hits the deck. Nex is gone.
And the save call, just holding on to these upgraded pistols. That last round was really the platform for G2 to start mounting a significant comeback here, right? You think you convert against that Force Buy. You had 2 opening kills against a very potent-looking Force Buy with Galils, right? You win that one, you get yourself a couple of cheeky upgrades. You have some M4s that you had, you have a couple Galils. They have to full eco. The score's tied 9-9. Now it's 11-7.
Like, why are they hunting? What?
Hunter's not even looking.
Okay, well,
Hello.
that works.
We'll take that one every day of the week. One less pistol they have to worry about next round, I suppose, and it will just be Jax hanging on out over towards the Death Alley. I don't think they even need to push through these doors. Hold on to the rifles they have. Bomb goes off, 11 on the board, and big.
They came
5
to
more
play,
rounds.
though. They did come to play here at IEM Cologne. It's always been an event. I mean, I still remember. Do you remember when we had crowds and there was that arena? I think it's called Lanxess.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Legia, just
That's right.
Honestly, people had to like keep pulling him back behind his players because he just couldn't stop charging
He
around.
was loving it.
Absolutely loving it. And of course, the German crowd was too. Different roster now, but pursuing a similar result. Playoffs are on the cards, should they convert here against G2.
There has been a bit of conversation around Big, especially XANTARES, right? Because there was a rumor a couple weeks ago that Woxic was building a Turkish team, and XANTARES was meant to be rumored to be a part of that. I think Lenz, the manager of Big, has come out since and said there's no current offers. I'm probably getting that a little bit wrong. But here's a B-Stream update for everybody playing at home. This is an elimination match. Loser of Mouse Sports, Team Liquid, is out of the tournament here. And Mouse, they had that run through the play-ins. Liquid were waiting. This is all Liquid have had to play so far in IEM Cologne. It would be a shame to see them go out early.
But back into the game in front of your faces, as Chad was highlighting, that second round loss is still haunting G2. USPs and Deagles to get into the mix. I don't even know why I'm pluralizing. A single Desert Eagle, and tiziaN has connected the first bullet out of that scout.
Jax is towards long, so he gets a chance against k1to here. And that chance is gone.
Yep, and anything further is really going to suck. Oh, finds the head. That's good enough. Unfortunately, though, the only Deagle in play. Unretrievable, and the bodies are dropping so damn fast. Can't keep track. It is just going to be amanek and Nico. Big Clan going to be posting 12 before we get to see what G2 CT side really looks like.
Mirage up next, right? And we've done an awful lot of Mirage here. You can see it's just a fan favorite. It's a map that these teams, a lot of them feel very comfortable on. But there's nothing really outside of the box there, so it's going to be curious to see G2 how much pain they can put onto Big on that one. Now, there's still a lot more Counter-Strike to be played in this one, so I am getting a little bit ahead of myself here.
Yeah, and a lot of the success you see out of G2, and do correct me if I'm wrong here, is found through the merit of their individuals, as opposed to anything, you know, like it's not Big Clan's T-side's going to look very different to G2's in that sense.
Yeah, I think that G2 have, in this event especially, things have started to look cleaner on their T-sides, right? When I was watching some of their rounds, it was those individuals winning clutches, or, you know, maybe they'd win one of those Force Buy rounds and it would get them through. It's looked a bit cleaner, and we were talking talking about the pros of you mentioned it yourself just a little bit earlier, the conditioning, and they had really good game plans for LAN, or at least so far this event. So that's one of the big positives right there. But big, when you look at this team, the details, right? The amount of nerdy smokes that these guys have come up with, right? Not just smokes, all their utility that have been taken and adopted by other teams. They have a bit of an affinity for coming up for that, and I think that's the dregs of, or not the dregs, but the inspiration of God B lingering in this team. Now here we go, the first gun rounds. It's going to be a big one, round number 20, and over towards B, the bomb and 3 will be headed. tiziaN on a lone wolf mission, just walking straight into amaNEk with the AWP. Oh, and again.
Another opening kill for tiziaN. He's stacking them up now. He had, what, 6 on the half?
In the first half, tiziaN went 6-0 in terms of opening kills. amaNEk, contrasting that, was 0-6. So, oof, quite the statement there.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a non-factor so far here on Dust2, which is alarming. Smoke's on mid, but NiKo's ahead of them, so not really denying much.
I think off of this round, no joke, Alex, tiziaN is now 7-0 and amaNEk is 0-7.
Bruh.
So you can see that right there, how much of a difference maker it is if your AWPer is finding those kills.
Yeah, it's good to see tiziaN on this level of form. He is ascending in pursuit of the playoffs, on home soil no less.
Look at this, it's a 3-man B stack, and they're heading towards long with the bomb. It's just Nexa towards the top of the site, and he's absolute lonesome. XANTARES has the mid-cross. He's hanging around lower dark now, just feigning some presence.
How did they convince G2 of this?
I think it's just a gamble because they lost that opening man.
All right, well,
It's all on Nexa.
This is going to work out wonderfully for Big Clan, unless Nexa's cooking up some trouble. And they're looking so rigid and patient. If he has one little jiggle, you show a little bit of leg, a flash of ankle, you will be eliminated. Nearly takes the pair. tiziaN tagged up. Good find from Tons.
They managed interesting now.
Yeah, spice it up a little bit. Bomb down now. Hunter from CT. Jax and NiKo partner up for short. They might flash him in. XANTARES could lose vision here. Doesn't stop him pulling the trigger though. Vision denied. Still finds the frag. And now XANTARES can start his reposition. Hunter not looking particularly committed to this. And Jack's not interested either. Hunter's trying to retreat. He takes one with him. But they'll just look to maintain. Big Clan up to 13 on G2's pick. I mean, hang on, let me correct myself. On Big Clan's pick, the G2 are good at.
The amount of limbo just there from G2, it felt like it was a car stalling, right? It was like, stop, start. Are we going for this? We got to kill. Wait, are we saving? Are we going for it? And then eventually the save comes in. It is the right call. Loss bonus 2,900 going into the next round.
I mean, it is a skill set in itself, isn't it? The retake communication about commitment. I remember when, you know, SK were on the come-up, it was just seeing just how impressive it was when you could exploit the tightness of your execution on the retakes.
Yeah, look, we have to remember that the bomb timer once upon a time was 35 seconds. It's now 40, so there's even that extra 5-second buffer to slow things down in the retakes. And if anybody makes mistakes, if you're posted up, you can clamp down and you can pull away a couple of miraculous rounds when they think that you're saving. So it's another skill set that has been refined in the game of Counter-Strike in the recent years. Here we go again.
We need a hero moment within the next two from G2. Otherwise, this one's just going one way. What's that, 8?
8-0 right now. Has not lost an opening duel, tiziaN.
Opening kills from tiziaN, and Hunter does respond in kind. He's taking the bomb. He can just get out of there now. Pull his parachute, retreat to the site, and at least keeping things level. Again with this heavy B lean. 3 CTs on this left side of the map. That Tons aggression from amaNEk is an exciting prospect, but doesn't look like he's going to see too much action here.
Especially if he rotates through mid. He should have gone down. They are evacuating all towards long now. tiziaN's already out there. Keto with the bomb still towards bedroom. If you take a look at the utility they have left, 3 smokes, so plenty of nades to get them across. There's flashes to help out and Molotovs to condition and force Hunter out of any little hidey holes. And again, as soon as the signal comes in, unless G2 start rotating now, it will just be Hunter. So you said we need a hero moment out of G2.
Look at this fake smoke.
Would be the one.
This is a lovely little fake smoke. They're just throwing it from long to mid CT. You're just, if anything, Nexa and NiKo like, we've done it, boys, sick gamble. Instead, Hunter with it all to do. Holding an off angle. You need a multi-kill here, sir. He can't even find the first. Scrapes the knee of tiziaN. Pops the band-aid on, but the round will be 14 for Big Clan. Nexa with the saved M4. No reason for amaNEk not to at least try and do some damage.
Have they gotten the gun yet off of tabseN's body? I'm not sure if that one was taken away in the housekeeping. Zentaris is heading back towards long now to deal with it, so we'll get a little bit of a look to see if it's been picked up, and the spamming through the doors from Zentaris signals that they think that there could be somebody close. Bastion, MC, are we able to have a look where that gun is? Is it there? Are they going to be able to find anything? No, we've got Jakey on the 1s and 2s.
Looks like it's out of there.
Okay, yeah, and that's great work. You know, that's the little details. That's the stuff, you know, that you might not be noting. Denying a free rifle to be picked up, it's great. Really just keeping that economy as tight as possible. Bomb goes off. That's the 14th. And there it is. Oh, we even found it. Hide and seek. Good stuff, boys. So you can just see where that gun was thrown on off to. This would be dominant. If they keep G2 to single digits on this one right here, great stuff from the German side. A timeout will be called. And let's take a look at the round. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's happened very quickly, hasn't it? It doesn't feel like it's gone that fast for G2 as far as the timeouts are concerned. But you can see they won the pistol and then losing that force by what it's meant to this point. 5 now on the trot. Only 2 more required from Big. And they have some very good long spawns coming out the gates here.
Yeah, round 17, that was the 3v5. That was... It's going to be a haunting one when they're doing the VOD review later.
Just stings, doesn't it? Such a big advantage, and the kills came very easily. It's not like they even had to work for those. No,
it almost looked like Big Clan were one stepping on the banana skin at the start of that. Still, this is it. Game face is on. You want to make an impact on this first map of the series for the playoffs. You do it with all of this. He's actually pre-aiming the jump. If anyone jumps over, tiziaN could have had a chance and a shot. tiziaN, what are you up to? Straight out towards blue bin. Blinded, mollied, will extinguish, and cooks regardless. tiziaN tries to respond, and now, speaking of 3v5s, a 3v5 established. 2 opening kills for the G2 defense.
Curious to note here, tabseN's gone with the Krieg again, the SG in play, and he's going to need to wield that to great success because Hunter and Nico, the cousins, they're over towards that A ramp area. Not going to be easy shots to hit. How do they get back into this one? G2 have the map completely under their control right now and are even rotating another man across to help amanek out over towards these mid doors. Tara's lobs out of smoke. A flash to obscure vision. Ooh, and he's just made it up towards Xbox, so all 3 of them are short now.
Yeah, and Jax will clear out tons, so the gamble should be, the rotate should be on its way. Smoke deployed, Hunter, tabseN's first victim. The Krieg strikes, will they clear the goose? It's Nico, biding his time. It wasn't the diligent clear, and the bomb has fallen down. Irretrievable for Big Clan. That should be a round securing frag from Nico as he swings out for a second. Locked down, exactly what G2 needed. They can't afford to lose any more, and the spray is there from k1to. Potentially a second if amanek flubs his lines here.
He's coming in.
Shouldn't be advancing, puts the head in the vice. You're playing with fire, amanek.
3 bullets.
Careful now, k1to swinging in, doesn't opt for the reload. Nexa to... Exactly it, that's the start.
Oof, that one almost got dangerous there, and I think the fact that k1to even gets a kill, that's very costly. So you consider this from Big's perspective, they're going to make these reinvestments hurt for G2. That's their first round in a long time, it feels like. Here you go. So you're right. Yeah, tiziaN is just trying to take back some ground. They did a heavy long presence. So if you're tiziaN stuck blue bin, it looks like it sucks for him, but all that info is why tiziaN goes to try and make a play like that. He's calling all these mollies, all these flashes. Too much presence. B-Stream update 13-13. Remember, that's an elimination game. Loser of that one is out of the tournament.
That's the 3rd map. Couple of rounds separating the elimination of either Liquid or Mouse.
Mouse are on the CT side in that one right there, so Liquid are doing a great job coming back. Short control being taken again here from Big. And this time they have much more utility. Lots of talking there from tabseN. Oh, okay. They didn't like something. They smelt something that was off there. They've immediately pivoted on back, so it felt like they were good just to set up for a short execute. amanek opening long doors, Alex. This is not easy to get past. You normally just walk through these doors as a T.
Yeah, certainly at this angle, it's pretty powerful from amanek. You'd expect at least the one. Big Clan. Gonna be tiziaN to take the first fight. That would be wise. tiziaN to swing wide. Oh! Beheads him. That's a huge frag to find from tiziaN, and now they start their advance. Nexa are only capable of the one. Nico has to make a decision between long and short, starts to fire off bullets, expecting tabseN, and the smoke does guise him. It's not enough, though. The frag comes in, Big have an advantage. They are battered and bruised. Keto to try and plant. Hunter through the flames. And tiziaN's not paying attention. That would have been his chance to strike. Hindsight, though, is 2020.
It's a safe plant. Keep that in mind.
Won't be able to hold it, but tiziaN still getting frags all the way from the pit, leaves Jax. And he's already receding all the way down to CT.
Oh, he's locked in as well. Look at tabseN. The fact that he didn't hang around short. Me saying it was a safe plant. If Keto goes down sight, that's going to be difficult as far as the retake is concerned. This is 15.
Yeah.
This is miraculous stuff. What a showing from Big. Map number 1 looking fantastic, and he's even going to flash himself forward. Keto looking for this kill. He's going to get it. Everything taken away from G2 here.
Oh. Amanek's going to be feeling really, really under the pressure here.
What a swing that was.
He's holding a
from
tight
tiziaN.
line. It goes from nothing, not a peep, to the wide speed. I mean, yeah, screw Xantara's peak. That was a tiziaN peak.
That was a huge entry, right? During all of that, one of the teammates, I think it was Xantara's over towards B, did die, right? So maybe that was on the comms, and maybe Amanek lost focus for a second there. But regardless, here we go. Final round, or potential final round to play here. AWP out again. Oh, and again, tiziaN takes down Amanek, 4v5 to contest against round number 16.
No way.
Out long, tiziaN again.
Big Clan ascending. They're going to make short work of G2 here on their map. One smoke for the cross. It's not the complete set. Here comes the second, extinguished by the incendiary. Leaves a gap. They won't be able to operate on the commitment, but a shoulder baited. G2 are running out of resources, running out of players. Jax is here to lock the doors behind them. Past tense, yeah.
He lost the key, I think. Oh, Hunter and Nico, they can now scramble. What are they meant to do? Push out mid and try and fight all of this? Long's still a problem. They can rotate all the way back to B. There's a minute on the clock. Oh, dear.
Oh, recovered AWP and a missed shot. Nico makes his presence known and caught under the smoke. This is over. Big Clan to take it, and to take it convincingly. G2 only really 2 rounds to show and boast about on the second half. An open and shut case on our first map. And Big Clan, they put themselves 1 map away from the playoffs of IEM Cologne here on home turf.